I'm Sharon Scott Wilson, publisher and content curator for Resort Trades Magazine. Loyalty is a term that we refer to frequently in the vacation ownership industry. We all know it's valuable, although maybe we don't have exactly a good handle on how to capture those raving fans. So I am happy that we have Alex Glover today. He is with Shopr, SHOPR.com, I guess. And Alex, welcome. You can tell us more about your program.
Thank you, Sharon. As Sharon mentioned, my name is Alex Glover. I'm Vice President of Marketing and Strategic Partnerships for Shopr Rewards, shoprapp.com for B2B. Happy to be here today. Happy to talk a little bit more about the rewards landscape, what it looks like today, what it's evolving into, and how Shopr is a part of that.
Well, great. So tell us a little bit about what makes Shopper unique and as opposed to traditional loyalty programs.
Sure. So Shopper is a great addition to any existing loyalty program. It also serves as a standalone as well for businesses that don't already have a loyalty platform. And what Shopper does is it adds a lifestyle component to a loyalty platform that may not necessarily have that. Shopper Rewards is a mobile platform, and we combine e-gift card currency with mobile wallet technology to provide customers with instant cash back at more than 325 brands across the US, 85 in Canada. And that really accounts for more than 250,000 physical locations. So large national brands, think your Darden's, your Red Lobster, a lot of the large national chains.
Well, that's great. Um, how would you say the evolution of loyalty has come along in recent years, particularly in the resort industry?
Sure. I think loyalty for the longest time has been thought of as points platforms and those types of rewards. And while that is what a loyalty program is often built on, loyalty isn't just about the points or the perks, but it's more about the emotional connection that brands create with their customers. And that emotional connection is really what is going to drive the repeat engagement and the advocacy that we're looking for from our biggest fans, right? I think a lot of times, if from a business perspective, we're looking at customer lifetime value, the overall liability of the loyalty platforms. And while that is a big part of it, we can't forget about the emotional connection that's going to be the driver from the consumer standpoint. I like to say that, loyalty is getting customers to make irrational decisions. If you think about, somebody who's looking to book a flight and they've got a million mile status with a particular airline, they may take a route that involves a connection and takes 2 hours longer if it's on their airline rather than taking a direct flight with a competitor just because they're loyal to that airline. So I think the emotional connection is something that we really shouldn't forget about.
Yeah, absolutely. I think you mentioned you have instant rewards. I'd like to hear a little more about that.
Sure. I touched a little bit about, loyalty particularly being a points-based system. And I think that is really how most loyalty programs have been established and grown. And that makes a lot of sense to the companies from the financial perspective because you're establishing a point per dollar value that can change over time. And while that's wonderful for the business, that's not necessarily wonderful for the customer. We've seen points devaluations from a lot of the large hotel brands over time. And that is just a natural part of business. Costs go up. You've got to change to compensate for that. But there are some larger consequences as well. In Canada right now, Hudson Bay Company is going through restructuring and they've put a pause on all loyalty redemption, which is actually about $56 million worth of points that customers have outstanding that they can't redeem. So that's a very unique situation, but it's a way to really call attention to some potential pitfalls of that for customers down the line. With instant gratification, that's becoming a larger topic in the loyalty space. That's really on the horizon. How can we create uh, platforms and products that allow us to reward customers instantly or a lot faster than a typical points-based platform? Typically with an airline or hotel, unless you have their co-branded credit card or you're a business traveler spending 30 nights plus in a hotel every year, it's difficult to accumulate enough points just in your regular life to earn a free night or earn a free airline flight. So, what can we do to help users feel that loyalty reward on a much faster base? And that's where Shopper Rewards plays a big role. What we do is we help brands incorporate themselves into the everyday lives of their customers. In the hotel space, you may only think of a brand 2 or 3 times a year. When you book the stay, when you take the stay, and then at the end of the year, if it's an annual due or a maintenance fee that you have to pay. But with Shopper, we carry a co-branded logo. So it's going to be whatever logo of the business that we work with. So the customers see that they're receiving access to Shopper from that business. And then we are their everyday shopping tool. So rather than pulling out a credit card when they go to pay at a store, they'll pull out Shopper and use our platform to actually complete the transaction. So not only do they see your brand on an everyday basis, but they see that they're earning instant cash back because of that brand. So it's a very powerful tool. It's real instant gratification, and the rewards really stack up pretty quickly. So it's fun to watch.
Well, it sounds like sort of like Apple Pay only better because you get discounts as
Yeah,
as opposed to
it works a lot. It
being
works a lot like Apple Pay, but instead of tapping, you're going to scan a barcode. So it's right on your phone. It's powered by a credit card that you have loaded on the back end, just like your Starbucks or your Uber app. So the technology is built to really function the way that customers already understand. And like you said, you earn instant cash back. So there's nothing wrong with that at all.
oh, I think it's great. Uh, can can anyone buy this, or is this a gift that premium? How are resorts using this? I guess.
So
Uh,
Shopper has a lot of different applications and in a lot of different industries. We're not just in the vacation ownership industry, but that's a large part of my background. It's a large part of the founders of Shopper's background as well, Paul and Sharon Mattamo. And that's where we're focused heavily, at least initially. An individual that is not associated with an organization that's working with us can't sign up for it on their own. So
okay.
we're part of a closed user group system. So we work with brands that have customers, and those brands can provide Shopper to their customers as part of an incentive, as a thank you for being a longtime member, as a win back. There are a lot of different applications specific to the vacation ownership space, but outside of that as well. So
I
it really,
kind of
I like to say,
is important. I think that's a
absolutely.
selling point.
I like to say we work with any company that has a customer, and we can always find a use case that makes sense. We're even working with charities as well to help encourage donations. So it really has a lot of different applications, and that's why I'm so excited about it.
Yeah, it's really cool. And you had mentioned something about personalization in practice as well.
Absolutely. Personalization is a big future trend in the loyalty space. And, I know that in the marketing world, we talk about personalization and that means a certain thing, but it goes beyond just making sure that the email that you're sending out has the right name of the customer and the proper membership level. I think that we're looking at so much data and we're finally understanding what we can do with that data as an industry. Um, and that's going to be the next part of personalization. It's not just making sure that you've got their first name and last name and membership number, but it's looking at where have they stayed? It's looking at where you anticipate they will want to stay next, what you think will really move the needle for them, make them feel like you actually understand their membership and what they do and their travel preferences. And that is how you really will start to create brand advocates. And it comes down to the data. We've talked about data. Big data was a big thing about 10 years ago. That was the talking point. And it is big data. We have so much data, often to the point where we don't know what to do with it all. And I think that looking forward, the talk around I feel like that is one of the largest applications for it, is analyzing and understanding customer data and providing that personalized experience.
I think we got also that addresses my next question was how are you thinking about the future of loyalty? And I think you hit the nail on the head. We need to get more personalization and use of AI and organizing our data so it's useful.
Absolutely. And there's different types of data. So for the longest time, we've relied on what's called third-party data, which is largely from web-based data that you're getting on cookies that are tracking their customer usage on different websites. And that's how you've been getting a lot of information. That's starting to get regulated out. So a lot of platforms are shifting away from that. And there's a large emphasis on what's called first-party data. And that's data that you as a business collect and own. That is where we are heavily focused. As a platform, we own all of our data, and we can see some very, very specific actions that customers are taking. Obviously, it's all agreed to and consented to as part of our sign-up process, but we can get super granular with what customers are doing on our platform. And that data is very powerful in driving that personalization. So if as a travel company, you have the ability to know that your customer spends 1,000 or 2,000 or more a year at Ulta, Sephora, and other similar stores, it might not be a bad idea to send them a spa offer or a wellness type offer. Looking at their shopping patterns, helping better understand their disposable income to see what kind of level of package or level of membership you might be able to market to them. That's going to be really the next level of personalization. And it's an exciting time. It's also a time to really lean into it and just push it to as far as you can take it. And, I think that that's where we're going to find the level of effectiveness. We can always scale back a little bit, but might as well use all of the data that's available to us.
Right. Yeah, that is fabulous. And it sounds to me like there's virtually no end in sight. You can continue to expand on everything that Shopr offers because of the direction your technology is going. It sounds really super.
We're really proud of the technology that we've built. This has all been developed from scratch. It's all being done within the US. So we're big on privacy. We're big on making sure that our information is secure. And I think that what really is going to set us apart is we're not just building something and then being done with it. We're going to keep developing. We already have next phases of development in process. So we're going to be keeping the technology evolving. We're going
Wow.
to be adding new features, new functionality, both for the customers and also for the businesses that we partner with to provide this to their users.
Wow. Well, that is terrific. It sounds so I can't wait to keep up with everything you're doing. It sounds really
Uh,
neat. Um,
Thank you. And I'll make sure
uh,
that we get you access as well.
oh, okay. That really does sound good. What would you have viewers do to uh, find out more and to contact you?
Sure. To find out more, visit Shopr, Shopr app.com. There's a great amount of information there about our business and what we're doing. There's also a contact form. So please feel free to reach out through the website or reach out to me. Hopefully, we can throw my contact information up there as well, or find me on LinkedIn and be happy to have more conversation with anyone who's interested in Shopr Rewards.
Yes, I'll certainly add that to the description in YouTube. And
Really, it's just about making sure that the focus is on the customer and how can we make the experience the best for the customer that it can be. That is really what's going to drive loyalty long term. The technology is going to change, but as long as we focus on the customer and providing them with an experience that we think that they're going to be happy with, and also empowering our teams to do that, I think that's really the key to loyalty. Loyalty is about emotion. It's about driving decision through emotional connection. And if we keep that in focus, whatever technology comes along, I think we can adapt that to that mission and be successful.
oh, that sounds great. I think I could see the application being used in almost any business, even in resort trades. So I,
Hey, absolutely. A subscriber benefit. Never know.
there you go. Well, I sure appreciate your time, Alex. And uh, again, we're looking forward to having you back and hearing more as time progresses.
Thank you so much, Sharon, for the time to talk to you and to your audience. Really excited to continue our relationship and look forward to having some really great conversations wherever we see you along the conference trail.
You bet. Well, thank you.
Thanks, Sharon. Have a great one.
You too.